And so for someone who, for a young person who wants to get into engineering and who is interested in the management side of things, what advice would you have for them? If you were talking to young Chris coming out of college, what would be the major thing you'd advise
I
him?
really think so. So again, Tucker's a great example of it. You can have a career in construction without going to college, and Tucker could end up being if he chooses not to go to college and continue on the electrician part, he could end up being the field manager for all the electricians at some point. So I think the key, and Tucker's already doing it, and I mentioned that I was fortunate enough to be convinced to do it, is get the education that you need in the classroom, whether that's going to college or qualifying for being a licensed electrician and happen to take that exam. There's certainly a book side of it, but find a way to get real world experience. And I'll tell you what I really wish I could have said to myself, and I ended up just fine. But that real world experience is the minute you're old enough to have a job, even if it's as you did being a lifeguard or working at a coffee shop or just at an early age, somewhere where you have to work and you have responsibility, but you're also rewarded for doing that. And it's
Mm.
not your parents giving you an allowance. It's the Starbucks manager saying you work 20 hours this week and you make $10 an hour. So here's your $200. I mean, I think that creates a foundation. And then as you do decide what type career you want to get into, figure out a way while you're doing the classroom stuff to get real world experience in that career. And you may find that you hate it. My wife, Cameron, she straight A student all through college, thought she wanted to go to law school, interned at a law firm for a summer in Raleigh before she would take the LSAT, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, there's no way I could be an attorney. This is miserable."
Mm.
And she ended up being a school teacher. I mean, how far is that from being an attorney? So real world experience may actually cause you to change your mind and what you want to do. But if you don't have that real world experience, you never get there. So even and have the courage to change your mind and go with your gut.